Hello, welcome to my channel. This is Sinag and this is the last video in this series of videos for this reading vlog where my tarot card chooses what I read. So this is the fourth video. So I'm assuming that you have already watched the first, second, and third video in this reading vlog series. So our 10th card for this reading vlog is Nine of Cups. So as we can see, Nine of Cups is actually for me a personal fulfillment, personal emotional fulfillment. So as we can see, there's only one character in this card. So this one, he's enjoying his success and he's enjoying his cups. Personal emotion. So let's look na on our list. So, I think I have a book na for this one. So, I'm pairing Nine of Cups with Seducing a Stranger by Kerrigan, Byrne. So, the reason why is that is because as we can see, this guy over here, he looks like he's seducing someone. And so basically, this is a very loose interpretation of this card. This is not really how I read this card, but we're basing this on we're basing this on the imagery right now and what vibes I am getting from this one. So this one, he looks like he's very well off and he has kind of everything together by himself, and because so basically he looks like though it's not the traditional or usual interpretation of this card, please disregard that right now, I'm telling you, because I'm loosely basing it I'm loosely reading this card so that it could match the Seducing the Stranger book, because this is among the books that I am excited to read. So we're now going to see what is the 11th card that I picked up. So this, I'm so sorry, this is Justice. Oh yes, so Justice is about fairness, and yes, it's about usually fairness, but in this one it's not completely fair, because if you cannot really see because of the light, but if you look closely at it, the sword is not really that's not really cut the card or the face of the person exactly in half. Basically, it's not symmetrical. I saw that as having an unbalance, or if we're going to look at it in a Libra scale, one side is up and one side is down. So basically, there's an imbalance in there. So that's what I'm seeing. And then it has the sword, so the mind, the earth, because of the stone that they are holding. So and there are leaves, and their hair looks like a flowing water. So basically, I'm seeing all of the elements in this one except the fire. Oh, the sun represents the fire. So basically, all of the elements are in this one, and there is an imbalance. What book? Oh, okay. I have a book for this card, because as we can see, all of the elements are in this card and there's an imbalance. So I'm going to choose the Cyborg Merman by Milo. So the reason for that is as we can see, Cyborg is composed of metallic parts, and it's totally a different element because it's a metal, so it's a different element to water. Basically, it's they have two different elements together, and there is an imbalance in this card because of the unsymmetrical way of the sword, and this person's face. So as we all know, metal and water usually don't go well together, because some metals usually, when they are exposed to water, begins to form rust because of oxidation and all of that shit. I think that is a good that's a good pairing for this card. So I'm going to choose the Cyborg Merman for justice. So we're finally in the last card for this reading vlog, and I'm so excited to finish this one already. So the 12th card for this reading vlog is Queen of Wands. So I think we ended this one right, because Queen of Wands is for me a very powerful queen. Yeah, so I love all of the queens in the tarot, because for me, the highest, though in the traditional kind of sense in a tarot, the highest form or highest authorities are the kings. But for me personally, the queens are much higher in terms of are much higher in position and in meaning based than the kings. So that's my personal opinion. And anyway, so the queen in here is the Queen of Wands. So she's very passionate. She's very there's a lot of red and orange in this picture, and we also see a cat, a very cute cat. So her body and her face is looking forward to the to us basically to us. And she's and her hair looks fire, and there's a flowers in here, and she looks very regal. So let's see what book. Oh, I have a book that is really great. I think is a great portrayal of this card, which is the Burning God by R.F. Kuang. So as we all know, so Burning God, so her hair looks like fire, and the title says burning. So, and as from what I have mentioned a while ago, the queen for me is the highest court card in my personal opinion. So and as we all know, God is kind of deemed as the highest entity which controls us mortals. So I think that's perfectly portrayed by the Queen of and I think that is a perfect portrayal for the Queen of Wands. And aside from that, Rin is such a badass. Based from what I have read from her from the Poppy War in the Dragon Republic. So she's kind of a badass, and I think she perfectly exudes the aura that the Queen of Wands is showing. Though I think she more suits the Queen of Swords, but in terms of her passion and her burning rage inside her, I think she's a mix of the Queen of Swords and the Queen of Wands. But since we get the Queen of Wands, so this book will represent this card. So basically, we are done with the partnering of books and cards, and now all we have to do is to finish the reading vlog. So hello, so this is the first book update, and or reading vlog update in this last part of our reading vlog. But unfortunately, I am going to DNF the Cyborg Merman by Milo, because to be very honest with you, it's so boring. And right now I'm actually at the chapter 2, middle of chapter 2, and it's really boring, and it is making me it's causing me to have a bit of a reading slump right now, and I don't want that, because reading is a hobby for me, and I don't want to feel burdened either because I keep pushing through a book because I'm doing this vlog. But I don't want to. And if you don't know yet, I'm a major DNFer and I DNF a lot of books depending on my mood. So right now, I don't know, it's so boring. That's why I think this is a lesson for me na in the next reading vlogs, whether it is a themed reading vlog or if it is a another tarot chooses what I read reading vlog, at least I should have at least read something from the book. So maybe 30 to 50% I have read already, so that I'll be able to know if I wanted to continue that book and to feature that book in a reading vlog. Because to be very honest with you, when I chose this book, I still haven't read anything about it. Actually, I didn't even read the premise of it. I just included it in this one because of Amanda Milo, and because I was supposed to do a themed reading vlog surrounding merfolks, but I don't know. In the middle of doing it, I scrapped it because I don't feel like doing it anymore. Because I'm a very mood reader, and not just a mood reader, but I highly based almost everything on my intuition. Because it's not a reason, but I just wanted to tell that I'm a Pisces sun. So if you're into astrology, you know, you know, so you know. Anyway, but in general in my life, I base everything, or not everything, but well, maybe everything in my intuition, or based on what I'm currently feeling at that moment. So right now I'm not feeling like it, and I feel like if I continue reading this one, I'll either give this a 1 star or a 2 stars. And I think that's not fair for this book, because I think not just this book, but all books should be read. I think there's a place and time for all books to be read. Like, what I mean is, there's, I don't know, because for me, there's a specific time and place for these books to be read if I am the reader. I don't know if for other readers, but for me, I don't know. I really don't. What I know is I'm going to DNF these books, and you can't make me read it again unless in the future I plan to get back to this one. So I'm not saying no forever to this one. I'm just putting it down right now, and because I just can't, or else I'm going to give this a very low star rating, which is unfair, because because when I read and rate a book, I want to be in the proper mindset during the time that I read that book. So because I don't want to because I want to give all books in my shelf a fair chance. So yes. So that I'll know that if I give a book a very low star rating, it means that it's the book's fault and not mine. So yeah, so basically I don't want to put the blame on me. Anyway, so yeah, so basically I'll DNF that one. And to be really honest with you, me saying this right now in front of my phone makes the load for me lighter, because it's kind of dragging me down, because just thinking about it makes me just want to scrap all of this entire vlog series, this reading vlog series. So, and I don't want to do that, because right now at the time of filming this video, I have already posted and scheduled the parts 1 and 2 of this vlog series. So I just need to continue doing this anyway. So that's all my update for this vlog. I'll update you again once hopefully I have something to say and or finished the other 2 books in this part of the vlog series. So hello, so we're in the 17% mark of the Burning God, and we already have seen a massacre, and it's really, I don't know why I'm still surprised about it since I've already read the first two books in the series, but it's still yeah, war is really no. I'm so, yeah, basically I'm drained just by reading, and we we're not even in the half point yet, and I'm already drained with all the war and all of the, I don't know. Hello, so I just woke up and I immediately read The Burning God, and I am in the 21% mark of it, and I'm so, it's so depressing to read, and I feel sad. But let's talk about it. In this one, we have already seen Venka again, and she's the character that I hated the most during the Poppy War, but in the Dragon Republic I began to like her and sympathize with her, and yeah. And in this one I felt so sad and so bad for the woman in for the women in that has been caught in this war, and yeah, it's so so depressing to read, and all of the killings, and it's so I didn't know what I expected because the first and second book in in this trilogy were already depressing and hard to read enough. So I didn't know why I put a deadline for this one by including it in a reading vlog, but I guess it's for na rin for commitment, and for me to have a motivation to finally finish it and accomplish it. So anyway, in this one so far we have seen different perspectives, not perspectives with regards to the war. Like, it's so hard. It's hard because I don't want to sympathize with the Muganese soldiers. This book, not just this book, but this trilogy really showed that people are not entirely good and not entirely bad, and it showed how fucked up humanity sometimes, and it's so hard to read because I feel sad for I hate being a Pisces. Anyway, yeah, it's just that in this kasi we have seen because Rin is interacting with other people, and in this one she was back in Tekani, and she was staying in the general's base, like that, the general of the Mugani. So when they got there, the Mugani soldiers were already gone, so we basically don't know if they're dead or if they flee. But yes, so when she got to the general's base, she found his files there and his things, and she goes over it, and she basically see letters from his partner, I think, and I don't know. I don't know. And that letter and his sketches, like that, showed us shit. I didn't showed us humanity, and that and basically gives the story as to why the general was there. So basically, his partner says in that letter that she don't like that that I forgot who's the one who summoned the Muginese soldiers for war, but she was um she don't like the fact that that person recruited him to be a general, and basically removed him from her. Yeah, and his other things in there show that he's kind of, it's not said, but it's kind of implied in the book that he's also kind of a well, all of them are kind of a pawn in this war, and it's so frustrating to read. And it's so frustrating to read because I don't know because in my mind, when I started this book, everyone who I have a clear distinction between whose I'm side with and whose I don't like. And yes, but though I still stand by that for various reasons, but it but this book, mind you, it's still in the 20% part. What this book already made me think about the gray morality, or that not everyone is good and not everyone is bad. And it's like both, all of us, all people have both good and bad in them. And yes, it's really and when the villagers or the civilians was executing the remaining soldiers that remained alive, and some of the traitors or the traders in their community. It's so heartbreaking to read. I don't like war. This is the reason why I don't like reading war books, because I just feel sad and feel helpless for not just the main characters, because right now I don't care about them. I mean, I'm right now the usually in other yeah the so anyway, that's a very sad update for the morning because I just woke up and I already wanted to cry. But anyway, yes, I'm so confused right now, because but I don't know, RF Kuang's writing style is so good, and it's so I don't know, but RF Kuang's writing style is so good, and I don't know, it's an enjoyable read in terms of the writing technicalities or writing style, but the actual situation you're reading, it's very hard to read. So I have kind of a worrying feelings about it, but so far I'm really liking The Burning God right now. So right now I'm thinking, why does the other reviewers that I have watched and I have read their review, I think back in 2019, don't like this book? Because from what I remember, this book was the most this book was the most out of the three who got mixed reviews, because some really loved it and some really hated it. So right now I'm really loving it because I love that we get I love that we get to see that all people, even those that are not our main characters, all people has good and bad in them. Even Rin has that. And I love that we see Rin. I love that sometimes we see Rin do bad things. And because in this one, obviously, we're following Rin, so she's our main character. And sometimes I feel like um sometimes I feel like she's doing the good thing, but also sometimes she's also doing bad things. And yeah, and I like it because it shows humanity in me, and I mean humanity in a way that it is, because I don't know, because people always, not people, but from other media, we're always told that good is good, like being a good person is the dream, but or all people should always be good, but that's not reality, because we are not, because we have different facets in us, or we have, I don't know, because in reality we're not entirely good and we're not entirely bad, and it's the mixture of both. And how do we I don't know. My mind is not working already. It's still in the morning and my mind is not working already. Anyway, so I like that the author encourages us to think for ourselves, like, because because in other reviews, when, for example, a reviewer, a booktuber told you that this was their review for this was their opinion in this matter, but so most of the time, at least in my opinion, I agree with them, like, okay, I agree with what you're saying, that this I agree that this is the this is the, like, protagonist and antagonist in the story, but in this one, at least in this trilogy, but I'm mostly speaking in the Burning God because that's what I'm currently reading. We It's really hard to pinpoint who's the good and who's the bad, unlike on other books where you clearly know that the main character is the good and the opposing character is the bad. But I like that in this one, the author, I don't know if it's intended, but the author encourages us to think for ourselves, and because we have different opinions, or we have our own opinions and thoughts about these things, we get to, for me, I think we get to have a very interesting and fruitful discussions, because in my opinion, I think everyone in this book was fucked up by their government, like by the by the Republic, the Yin Republic. To be honest with you, I forgot the specific names of the provinces and the army term, like that, because I listened the Poppy War and the and the Dragon Republic on audio, and I didn't even let myself pause a bit for those, because I know that I'm going to be in a very, very sad state. So I just push through with it. And this one, since I'm reading this in ebook, it's really, I don't have a choice but to sometimes take a break and to pause it and to analyze and ponder about it. And that's why we have this. That's why you have this clip, and I have this vlog. Anyway, yes. So that's what I like in this, in RF Kuang's writing style, because she really didn't paint who I don't know. This one, in my opinion, are this one is very hard to say who's the bad and who's the good. Especially the bad, it's really hard to say because all of them are kind of um having a all of them are kind of experiencing passed down generational trauma, because from what we've known, this was the third Poppy War already, so there was already a first and second Poppy War, and so the trauma that they got from the passed down something from their ancestors, it's already affecting their present decisions, their present thoughts, and how they took action of what's happening in their environment or in their surroundings. So that's why it's hard for me to pinpoint who am I going to be mad at this book, because all of them are kind of all of them are fucked up by war, but at the same time they also do bad things, and sometimes it's for the good and sometimes it's for personal gratification or for revenge, but it's really hard. So this one, after reading this one, I think I hope I'm going to find different discussion videos or discussion videos or live streams where people or reviewers or booktubers talk about this trilogy or each book in this trilogy, because I think we have a lot of there's a lot of content, or there's a lot of things that can be discussed in this book, and I think they are all worth talking about and and it's very interesting to hear other people's opinions with regard to this matter. And now I kind of get it why reviewers or booktubers have mixed reviews with this book, is because I can see it, I mean, but I don't have a very solid reason as to why I don't have a very solid reason as to why these books have mixed reviews, but I can see it right now because I'm still in the 20% mark, so I can see why the mixed reviews are there. Yes, and that's why I'm kind of excited na rin after finishing this book. I also wanted to read the other reviewers' reviews about it. So usually I don't read reviews from other reviewers, but I think this book elicits different reactions on readers, different opinions like it. So thinking about it, I'm kind of not looking forward na to writing my own Goodreads review, because it will take a lot of time and a lot of brain power for me to put into words what I am thinking, especially right now. As you can see, I'm already a bit my brain was already frying, and I'm not looking forward to writing that one, because, but yes, we'll take this one at a time. Anyway, so that's my update for this morning, and I'll update you once I have something to say with regard to this book. Hello, so I just wanted to say that Rin and Kitai's friendship are truly friendship goals, and yes, so we also seen Daji in here, and I'm so excited because I like her, and we'll see what will happen in the what will happen between, because yeah, because since this is the last book already, I think all of the characters that we have seen from the first two books, and all of them will have a page presence in this book, and I'm so excited, especially if they are going to, I think a huge battle will happen either in the middle or on the or either on the middle or the or near the end of this book, and I can't wait. I'm kind of excited to read all of these characters fighting, and I also excited because back then last year I think I've seen a fan art of Neja and Drin, fan arts for the Poppy War trilogy, and I've seen, I didn't, I didn't intend to see it, but my I have seen a fan art of Neja and Rin on the Burning God, and I'm excited to see because I think they will have a one-on-one battle situation, and I'm so excited, even though I kind of hated Neja since the end of book 2. So I just wanted to update you as well that at I think it's the 50% mark where we have seen Neja or encountered Neja, or we have seen Neja's name being mentioned in this book. I physically hyperventilate because I'm so excited for him. Anyway, that's my update for this vlog, and I just finished my class for the day, and what I am going to do now is to do some and what I'm going to do is to finish the our worksheets for this week. So yeah, I'll get back to you once I have something more to say in this book. Hello, I just wanted to say that we are in the 27% mark in the Burning God, and we're now seeing Neja. We're now seeing Neja, and I really like the enemies to friends to enemy situation between Neja and Rin throughout this trilogy. And I don't know, I know that we are in the middle of the war right now, but reading about Neja is so, I just got really excited because we have finally, because it's in the 27% mark, and we already see Neja, and I thought we are going to see him either in the middle or near the end of the book, but yeah, I didn't expect him to come out very early on, but I'm really happy right now, even though it's in the middle of the war, and Rin and the southern troops in here in this one are so fucked up because they didn't even have the time to rest. Hello, so I also wanted to add that Neja feels like a Zuko character for me, but the difference is in this one Zuko is the waterbender. Rin is controlling fire while Neja is controlling the water, and I don't know why, but it reminds me of Zutara, and I don't know if this is right because we're in the middle of the war, but I'm kind of shipping them. I'm kind of shipping them because of that. I don't know why. This one definitely makes me this one definitely reminds me of Zutara, especially Zuko in Neja's character. I don't know why. He's like Zuko. He's like the waterbender version of Zuko. Hello, so I'm in the 33% mark of the Burning God, and it's so basically in this one Daji basically in this one, Rin was in the Chulukurik, and she was basically in the middle of being dead and alive, and basically she was trapped in there with a stone covering in her, just like the other shamans. And it's so sad because basically in that place, they are still alive, but they are just in a standstill. Basically basically in this one, Rin was, because she can't do anything, because in this one she can't do anything because she was basically trapped in there, and she was thinking her of her memories back then. And it's, yes, I don't know why is RF Kuang wants us to RF Kuang really wanted us to cry anyway. And the reason why I'm updating you right now is because in her memory, because she's reminiscing these memories, we get to see her memories back when she was still studying for the exam so that she can enter Sinagard. And then during her Sinagard years, and during the the events that happened in the Dragon Republic, and basically in this one she was sad, and she was sad for what happened to them all, of their lost innocence. And it's so sad. And then she's is sad, and she can't believe that she trusted and loved Neja. And I don't know, I really forgot if she admitted it in the second book, in the Dragon Republic, because but in this one she admitted in this one that she loved Neja. And I don't know. Yeah, anyway, basically basically when she mentioned that when she mentioned the lost innocence, and how nagsisisi, how she's how she's regretful of what happened between her and Neja, because in her mind this was supposed to be a, because they were very young back then when they entered the Sinigard. And it's so heartbreaking to read what war do to people, and especially to them, because they're still children back then. And anyway, I'm so sad for all of them. It's so oh my gosh, this trilogy really makes me cry. I cried during the first book and the second book. OMG. This is the first time that anyway. So, yeah. Oh my god. I'm not looking forward tomorrow morning or tomorrow afternoon or whatever time I woke up tomorrow, because for sure my eyes will be puffy AF. And yeah, anyway, I'm thinking if I should continue because I stopped in the middle of her reminiscing her memories because now I'm now I don't know what to do because I think if I continue reading it, I'm going to cry. Ay. Anyway, now I'm procrastinating. Anyway, so I'm going to continue reading it, and the ring light is making me sulo. Anyway, so that's my update for now. So basically right now we have seen Jang na, and basically in this one Rin was feeling betrayed by him because he left, and she, in her monologue, she says that during that time she was hurt because in her mind she was still his student, and he was her mentor, and she felt like she's still his student that still needed protection, and which is true because she was a child and is still a child, and all of them are children, and they are forced to go into war, and I hated. Yeah. Hello, so I'm in the 45th percent mark, and Rin just admitted that she was attracted to Yin Vaisra. And she said that she wanted to be commanded by someone who looked like Neja. And I was like, So is Vaisra a DILF? Anyway. So are we even surprised? Because he was even in the second book, The Dragon Republic, he was always being Neja was always being told as a splitting image of his father. And anyway, that's very... Is there a kissing scene in here? Vaisra and Rin just kissed, and... Wait, I'm going to continue reading first. So, I just wanted to inform you na rin right now, because so that I won't forget it, is right now so far I am liking Rin's character arc. The Rin that we've seen during the start of the first book of the Poppy War. Her character arc and growth is very interesting to me, and I like it that basically what I'm saying is that I like her character arc, and I like that from being a nobody back then at the start of the first book to right now a leader of the Southern Coalition, as well as doing public executions. It's like they feel Rin from the Poppy War versus Rin from the Burning God feels like a very different person to me. It feels like they are different people. I like her character arc and how different but same she is from before. Like obviously there is growth in her, and there are changes since then because of the war, that the Poppy War that happened, but you can still see her as who she was back then. And it's really interesting because if you really take time to digest what the words are in these pages and the words that we are reading, it's really subtle, but when you digest it, or when you caught up with it, it's very satisfying to read, to see her character in a deeper or in a broader lens. So yes, I don't know if that makes sense, but it makes sense in my brain. So hello, so I just wanted to say that I am in the 82% mark, and my only reaction is why. Like, why? I don't know. If I were Rin, I'm going to be so annoyed at Neja because he's so hot and cold, and he's I don't know. I just I don't I don't know, why is Neja like that? I thought we're supposed to be enemies in this one. I mean, if I were Rin, what I'm going to think is, I thought we're supposed to be enemies. Why are you saving me and doing all that saving my life shit? And I don't know. I don't know. That's my update for this clip. I don't know. And why? Why, Neja? Why are you like that? I'm in the 85% mark, and I'm not I'm not okay. I don't know. Why is this book like this? Why is RF Kuang? Why does RF Kuang kept hurting me? I don't know. So I have a theory. So nasusulo ako. Anyway, I have a theory. If these bitches, and by bitches I mean Neja, Rin, and Kitay, the three of them, Neja, Kitay, and Rin, will be the next trifecta. And I don't know about that because if we are going to remember what Cheveri, or what the prophecy about the trifecta said before, that one will reign, one will die, and one will sleep, something like that. And as we all know, or if it is true, because we don't know, but if the trifecta really died during the battle at the Mount Chanshan, if I remember the name of the mountain correctly, if they really died during that battle, then it means then the prophecy does not apply to them. So I think if the original trifecta died during that battle, I think Rin, Kitay, and Neja will be the replacement, or the next trifecta, and they are the ones who are going to fulfill the prophecy about the trifecta. But yes, so that's my theory right now, and I don't know it. I'm in the 85% mark, and I still don't know how this book is going to end, or how this trilogy is going to end, because being a romance reader, usually at this time, or at this point in a book, it's already kind of wrapping up the third act conflict, and yes, basically wrapping up everything that happened for the first for the first 80% of the book. But in this one, there's still a lot of things that can go wrong, and I hope this one isn't an open ending, because I'm going to be pissed, because I don't like open endings. I want to have a solid conclusion, especially to this trilogy, and I'm hoping that so here's the thing. I'm hoping that either my theory is correct, that Rin, Neja, and Kitay will be the next trifecta, or Rin will die. And I'm thinking, why is the title The Burning God? Because the Puppy War, the first book, the Puppy War, is a great, or is a very accurate title for that book, because the Puppy War is instigates, or the Puppy War is the catalyst for all of this, and it's very normal, or it's very natural for the first book to really be titled The Puppy War. And then the second book, The Dragon Republic, I realized the relevance of the title after finishing reading the book. So and it perfectly sums up what's the book all about. But in this one, because this one is The Burning God, and I don't know if the Phoenix will come out, or will do something, will come back and do something, and I'm confused. So my theory is the three of them will be the next trifecta. Rin will die, but that's kind of the most logical conclusion to me, is for Rin to die. And even though I don't want it to happen, I think Neja will live. So I don't know. Oh, I have a theory, furthering my theory of the trio being the next trifecta. I think that if they are going to fulfill the prophecy, I think Rin is the one who's going to die, and Neja is the one who's going to reign or rule, and then Kitay is the one who's going to sleep, or to whatever term they used during at that. I forgot the exact term, but yes. So the reason for that is, I think Kitay, as we all know, Kitay is already an anchor, and the Phoenix kinda have a connection, or kinda have a hold on Kitay, because he's the anchor of Rin. And as we all know, the life of a psych, or of a spirly, usually ends either through death or through chulukurik. And I think Rin is the one who's going to die, and since Kitay is her anchor, and even though Kitay doesn't have the same capability as what the spirits have, or as what Rin have, he still has a bond, or at least a connection to the pantheon, or to the other plane, or to the God's plane, like that. So I think because my theory is, because Rin will die, so he doesn't have, something happens to him, and he will be like Jang, who chooses to put himself, or to be placed in the chulukurik, and to have an eternal sleep, something like that. And because of that, Neja will be the ruler, and I don't know I don't know if what I'm saying, I don't know if this is what's going to happen, but I don't know. I'm kind of dreading finishing this book because it means that I'm going to be done with this series. And as much as I wanted to reread books that that are my favorite, as much as I wanted to reread favorite books or favorite series or trilogy, this trilogy in particular, I kind of don't want to reread because it's so heavy, and even through audio, it's already so heavy, and I just don't want to subject myself to another to another crying session and all of that. Anyway, if I'm going to reread this trilogy, it will going to be someday in the future, but definitely not in the near future because I don't I don't want to I don't want to torture myself. Anyway, that's my update for now, and we're actually in the second to the last chapter, and all I can say is that if RF Kuang continues to kill our main characters, then I think there won't be any main characters by the end of this book. And she's like, oh, we're going to end this trilogy na, then might as well kill all of them already. So I just wanted to update you all that that at exactly 4:28 a.m. I finally am finished reading The Burning God by RF Kuang, and I need to sleep because I have an exam later at 1 p.m. So I'll update you once I have think about the entire, not just the entire book, but the entire trilogy, and sort out my feelings. Hello, so I finally slept and have finished doing my exam. So let's talk about The Burning God. Okay, so this book was very heartbreaking to me. Actually, all of the books in this trilogy are very heartbreaking to read. This trilogy, not just this book, surrounds about technically they are still child. They are still children when the war started, and I don't know, I feel so heartbroken for them. So okay, let's talk about the details in it. So this one, I find I like the ending, how it ended, but I don't particularly like the ending scene. I feel like, I don't know, and seeing Neja's perspective only at the end, it feels because I don't know, because we haven't had Neja's perspective throughout the book. Basically, we only get to see his perspective at the end. It feels like I don't, me personally, or me particularly, I don't have any attachment to him for me to be able to sympathize fully with him, unlike Green. So I understand where he coming from. I don't have the same sympathy I have for Neja, and I think it's because throughout the entire book, we are only limited to Rin's perspective, and I think following her throughout this entire journey, even if she makes questionable mistakes, or she sometimes is very very spontaneous and very volatile, we can still understand her. We are, because we have seen all her thought processes, we can understand her more and sympathize with her more. And yes, and that's what I felt, and that's what's lacking for me on my feelings during the particularly the ending scene because of that. And though I like the last chapter because there's pack of realizations in there, and it's heartbreaking and to see or to read Rin's realization, and it's a bit sad. Though I like her realizations because in this throughout this book, especially at the ending, it's not only our main characters are the ones who are having these realizations, but also we as readers, or at least I have that same my brain is working, basically. That's what I'm trying to say. And Rin choosing her friendship with Kitai over controlling the whole world is really heartbreaking and sad, but comforting to read, because I was ready for Rin to become full on like unhinged and volatile and and be the burning god, basically burn everything. But but during that time, she looked at Kitai and she chooses to she chooses their friendship, and it's very comforting to read because there's still humanity inside of Rin, though there is, though, because as we can see, I think from the second to the last chapter, we can see Rin being unhinged already. Like, she's kind of losing her mind, and she's starting to distrust Kitai and everyone. And reading about that particular scene in the end, where Kitai and her are looking at each other, and Kitai was basically just do it, just and Kitai was basically giving her the look of loyalty and love, and it's so good. And so aside from that, I have some dislikes in this book. So I find the other plot points really lacking for my taste, and lacking in terms of I wanted more. Though here's the thing, I don't like open endings. Though we know that Neja will lead the Republic like that, but just from what I have mentioned on my other clips from before, the trifecta, the prophecy about the trifecta, that one will live, one will die, and one will reign. I don't know what happened in that, because I thought that one will lead, one will reign, and one will sleep. I don't know what happened with that, because the trifecta did die at the end. Did die, and I thought they were either coming back, or at least they will realize that one. I don't know. I wanted more from that plot line, and I was hoping that Rin, Neja, and Kita will be like the next trifecta like that. But okay, I understand naman why it's not. But yes, so yeah, and this book, and another thing that I don't like is we don't get to know the truth, whether Venka is really a traitor or a spy. As also Kitai, because at first when Rin is confronting Venka, Kitai is making this side remarks to stop like that, and I was not feeling well with Kitai. Like, I think either him or Venka is the spy, or both of them, and we don't get to know that, because I think the ending is abrupt, like the actual ending scene, and I wish, though I don't know, because if I'm thinking what do I wanted to happen before the ending, I can't particularly say, because I don't want them, because if I say that I wanted more scenes before the actual ending scene, I also don't want that, because I don't want them to be even more I don't want them to be hurting even more. Like, I just wanted to end already, so that everyone will stop hurting. And yeah, though that's not the reality, but yes. So I don't know. I have some questions in my mind that will never be answered, basically. And yes, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to watch live shows discussing all three books, or each books in the series, and interviews for RF Kuang. And yes, so I don't know yet right now what I'm going to rate it. It's either 5 stars or 4 stars, but because this trilogy is a 5-star trilogy for me, and but it's just this book, it has a lot of what I want in the realization part. Like, they are still they are, at the end of the day, we can't um we can't blame them on their choices, because though I don't know, as you can see, I don't know, because they are still children. Though at the end of this book, Rin mentioned that she is 21 at that time, and though it's already though she's an adult already, but they entered the war, or the war happened when they were still a child, where they were still a child. And I don't know, they're still children for me, and giving them at that age, they're very young, they're still a child, and giving them the responsibility of holding an army and holding a nation, it's really heavy, and it's a burden to them, because yes. So basically, those realizations that and those realizations and the realizations of war, like the war isn't the war that during the war isn't the only problem. Like, there will still be problem, or even more problem after the war. Like, how are you going to feed the people, how are you going to protect them? And then there's also a discussion about power. And yes, so there's a lot of topics, or there's a lot of subject matters that can be discussed or can be derived from this book. It's just that some particular plot points are very very incomplete for me, or incomplete in terms of I wanted more answers from it, and I believe the book didn't give it to me. Like what I have mentioned, I'm going to rank and give ratings for all of the books that I have read throughout this reading vlog, like this series reading vlogs, at the end of this video. So just watch it out, just watch out for that. And yes, so that's my update for today. It's really hot, and I still don't know what to think about. But here's the thing, because let's go back to what the other reviewers that I have read their Goodreads review or watched their booktube review of The Burning God back last year, I think. They said that most of them said that they don't like Rin's like transformation from who she was in the Puppy War to who she is in the Burning God. And for me personally, I disagree because I like the ups and downs of her, and I like how she grew up from who she were as Fangrunin at the Tikani before she enters Sinagard, and who she is when Neja basically kill, when and who she is during that ending scene in the Spearly Island. And I liked it. I liked her growth. I liked her realization. And even if it's not on page scene, I think she became more matured. And yeah, she became more matured. And there's still humanity in her. It's just that it is not the front and center during whenever we are encountering it. And yeah, so I like her arc. And yes, that's what I'm going to say. Anyway, that's my update for today. And I'm not looking forward to writing the Goodreads review because I think it's going to be a mess because I have a lot of thoughts. So I don't know. I don't know. Anyway, it's really hot in here. As you can see, I'm already sweating. Or is it the light? I don't know. It's really hot in here and I'm already sweating. So I'm going to stop this one now and change to more comfortable clothes and do some academic stuff while also reading the next book in this trilogy, in this series finally. So yes, bye-bye. Hello, so I am in the 25% mark of Seducing a Stranger by Kerrigan, Byrne. And our heroine is really dumb. And I don't know, I don't know, but I kind of don't like how our heroine in this one, Prudence, acts and how she do things. And it's low-key annoying to me. And I'm not enjoying the reading experience with this book. So I don't know. But so far, I don't like what's happening. And I don't like how dumb she is. And I know that and I know that maybe her being a sheltered woman in the aristocracy affects it, but she's dumb. This one, Prue, feels like a very sheltered, spoiled brat to me, and I'm not enjoying the reading experience with this one. So we'll see. But that's my update for right now. Hello. So I finally finished reading Seducing a Stranger by Kerrigan, Byrne, and I'm giving it 2 stars. So in the last clip, I've mentioned that I don't like our heroine because she's so dumb during the first half of the book, but at the second half of the book, it seems like our hero and heroine has a shift, and Carlton, our hero, is the dumbed one. And so let's talk about this book. So at the first half of the book, I don't like our heroine because she's dumb, but her heart is in the right place, and so I kind of make a pass for her in that area because at the root of her personality, or who she was, she is a good person. And though she makes dumb decisions, but she's a good person and her heart is in the right place. So anyway, and as the story progresses, I kind of like her na. But Carlton, or Cutter, our hero in this book, at first he's okay for me, but then as the story progresses, he became more and more self-deprecating, and basically he's a sad boy. And what I realized in this book is that I don't like these sad boys in the historical romance era, or I don't like sad boy heroes or love interest in general, but especially in a historical romance era. And I don't know, he's so annoying. His monologue or his POV are so annoying to me because I don't know, because it's just pure sad boy shit. I don't know how to explain this well, because he keeps on meandering a lot about how he don't deserve this, how he don't deserve her, how awful his life is, how something I don't know. And anyway, it's so very frustrating to read because I don't. And another thing that I've realized is, I think me and Kerrigan Byrne's writing style aren't jiving anymore, and I don't like her writing. And I don't know I don't know if it is because I'm already past her writing style, or if I have other preference right now. But right now, I just kept getting distracted by the actual writing of the book. Like, it's so boring, to be very honest with you. It's really boring. And the thing is, historical romance is kind of a boring genre to me. But especially if the writing style is very sounding like it was written from the past, or if it is very if it's very, I don't know how to explain that that thing, but it feels like it isn't easy to read, and I don't know, it's just boring. And I can say how, but I can say what, because boring for me is a very, because boring for me is a subjective thing. Like, we all of us have different boring tolerance like that, or we have different standards for what on whether a book was boring or not. So, but for me, it's really boring na, and it feels like, I don't know why, but yeah, it's very disappointing to me, because I like The Highwayman. It's one of my all-time favorite books, and right now I'm kind of afraid to reread it, because I know that Kerrigan Byrne's heroes usually tends to be sad boys, and I think I'm going to hate Dorian if I'm going to read it again, and I'm scared. But I need to reread all of my all-time favorite books for me to solidify their place. But I'm scared. And yeah, so definitely this is the last book that I'm going to read from the author, and I don't know, I'm not saying that I'm not going to read any more of her books, but right now I'm not looking forward to reading any more of her books, no matter what genre it is, because I don't like her writing style anymore. And it's not necessarily her fault, because it's basically from my preference, and right now I'm not into boring writing. I'm so sorry. I'm not shading her, but I'm not into too serious and borderline boring writing style. And I also don't like her heroes as much as I have liked the Highwayman. I have like some of the books in the Victorian Rebel series. I still I think what contributes to my liking of those is the time that I have read those, as well as the format, which is and the format, and as well as the concepts. But as I read more from her, I realize that everyone feels like the same. I'm gonna get ya. everyone feels like the same, and I feel like it's just, I feel, how can I say this? I feel like especially the heroes in her books, they all feel like the same person with just slightly different things or quirks that differentiates themselves from each other, but all of them are kind of the annoying sad boy. Right now, I'm not going to read any more of her books, but I don't know someday in the future, but that's my stand right now. So we're finally finished with this long-winded reading vlog. And I'll put here in the screen my ranking as well as the ratings that I gave all of these books. That's all for me for this vlog. I'm planning to do this again soon. So my question for you is, did you expect my reactions or my thoughts or ratings for these books that I've read through this reading vlog? If you have any if you have any thoughts, or if you have anything, if you have any thoughts or comments about it, just put it in the comment section down below. And yes, so that's all for me for this video. And yes, finally we're done. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. And yes, so we'll see each other again in my next video.